Hello, good afternoon, students. As you know that I'm continuing the Oxford uh, LTC Learning to Communicate for grade 7, and we have already done few chapters, and this is the second section I'm talking about, and we have started the main section, that is environment. In the previous class, we discussed a topic named Some Shocking Facts under the main section environment. And this is your second chapter, that is a story named Adolf. Although it seems to be out of environmental section, because just the name Adolf doesn't mean that at the surface level you may get confused that why it has been given under the main section environment. I told you previously, in this book there are main thematical sections that has a concrete theme upon its subsections, sub chapters. In this way, the story Adolf is somehow related to environmental issues. When you go inside the story, read the story, know the story, and then you will definitely realize that exactly Adolf is a story that is talking about the environmental issues. So first of all, let's know what is it saying, what the story actually elaborates. It's the name of a boy. I mean narrator. Adolf is the narrator of your story. At the surface level, it seems that it's just a story, it's talking about a rabbit, and there are few members in the family. Some are against having rabbit at home. Children want that rabbit. Father and mother have contradictions regarding keeping that, any domestic animal at home. So these are few homely issues and environment in this story. First of all, let's check out what the story is, and then let's see how it is related to the environmental issues. The story exactly starts with a father who brings the father of Adolf, who brings a small rabbit, baby rabbit, home once. And there are 3 children at home, including Adolf, his brothers and sister. And Adolf's mother, means first, second, third, fourth, fifth. There are altogether 5 characters in your story. If you talk about rabbit also, that is a domestic animal and wild as well. So there are altogether 5 main characters, excluding rabbit. When father brings that small, it has been described as a morsel. It was as small as a morsel, as if it can be eaten at once. Such a small thing, such a cute, such a lovely thing it was. Seeing the small rabbit, the children at home becomes happy. They are so excited to see a lovely rabbit at home. On contrary, the mother is against the decision of keeping any wild or any domestic animal at home. She is furious and she denies of the fact of having any animal or any pet animal to keep at home. And the story goes on. Children tries to keep that small rabbit safe. They try to feed it several things. They bring grasses, they bring milk, they bring breads. What they think that it can have, it can eat, they are trying to feed the rabbit. But the mother is ignoring and continuously insisting father to throw it out. Adolf asks his father that where did you find it? Where it was? Father explains that I was coming to home. On the way, I found a mother rabbit dying in a small field. Along with that, there were 2 other baby rabbits dying, dead. Actually, they were dead. And I was so pitiful. I thought that all of them are dead, but while I go nearer, I found that the single one that I have brought here was very weak and small, but it was alive. I thought that I must take it home and keep it as the pet animal, our pet one. So I brought it here, but I don't think it will survive anymore. It is not having anything. It is not eating anything. The father says to Adolf and the children. Listening that, mother was again very angry. She was furious because she was not in the mental condition to have that rabbit at home. She warns the father and the children along with Adolf and reminds them that how once we had pet at our home and suddenly it died, and all of you were so griefful. All of you were in a bizarre condition seeing that our very beloved pet. So I don't want again to come that situation at our home. And I'm warning you time and again not to keep this rabbit at home. She was insisting that it is not the habitat. She is talking about habitat. Habitat, you might have read something about habitat in your science classes. Habitat is the place, is the way, is the system of animals to get accommodate, get accustomed with where they want to be, because wild animals want to be inside the wild areas in jungle. They are not supposed to be in the buildings. They are not supposed to be inside home. They have their different habitat. Likewise, we have our own habitat, men have. So, she was telling that besides the source of entertainment, people have pet animals at their home. They do not think that it is not good for that ones, that animals. They never want to be with human beings. Actually, they are compelled. Their actual habitat is not home. Their actual habitat is the jungle areas or out of the home. So, a lot of efforts failed to put the rabbit out of the home by Adolf's mother. Now, children were continuously trying to feed that rabbit, that small rabbit, but it was not interested in any of the foods. It never whole day took anything, even not tasted milk, grasses, breads, whatever they gave it to that small rabbit. Adolf and his brother and sister, along with their father, were actually trying a lot to help out that rabbit. They wanted it to have food so that it can gain some energy and it can stay alive. But then all their efforts were useless. They were hopeless. Finally, the day finished, but the rabbit was not in a condition to have anything. It was staying at the place silently as if it is dead. It was not even moving, but they can feel that it was alive. So the next day, children were ready for their schools. They kept the rabbit in a corner of the room that was beside their kitchen. Scullery has been used, the word. There were very old things kept inside that room, and without any hope, Adolf put some milk in that scullery near the rabbit and went to school. Mother was not allowed to enter inside that small scullery because they doubted that she is not in favor of that rabbit and she might kill that rabbit or she might throw it out of the home. They were afraid of that fact because we know that she was not in the favor of keeping rabbit inside home. Actually, she was not in favor of having any pet animals with the children, with the family. Because of a previous incident, she was afraid. Finally, they went to school, and while in the evening, everything was closed, the room was locked from the outside, and while they came to the home in the evening, their curiosity was at high point to have a glimpse of that small pet, a small rabbit. Adolf hurriedly entered into the scullery and was looking for the rabbit. He was not finding it anywhere and he was a little bit afraid as well. Suddenly, he sensed, he listened something moving, some sounds at the corner of the room. And hurriedly he went there where there were a small big boat and a small old things kept at the corner of the room. He looked that the milk has been sprayed in the corner of the room and there were the damps of that milk near that cup plate as well. He sensed that the rabbit has tasted it because while he saw the rabbit, its whiskers were a little bit wet as well. And he was happy that the rabbit was active than before. He came to know that it has drank some milk. So it has been energized. It was the happy moment for Adolf, his brother and sister, and hurriedly he went to his father and told him, Father, the rabbit is still alive. It means that it has accommodated itself in our home. It has tried to eat something. Means they were happy for that moment, what they were looking for. So this is the end of your story, Adolf. But let me tell you one thing. Is it right? Was the decision of Adolf and his father right that they wanted to have pet animal or any wild animal inside the home? Actually, what happens that every living beings, everything in this world has their own habitat. If you want some animals to have it inside your home for your entertainment, for your show off, that is against the rules of nature. That is against the rules of environment. That is actually not good. You are not following the rules of nature. You are trying to attack the habitats, attack the rules of nature. So, we come to know that every animal, every wild animal or pet animals, domestic animals, do have their habitats. Do not make fun of their inability. Do not try to nag them with your humanly powers. So, the story Adolf is a message for all of us that we should keep every animal or follow the rules and regulations of nature, environment accordingly. Let them at their own places. Do not act forcibly upon them. So, on the basis of this chapter, you will be sent with some questions. Try to read the chapter once again and answer the questions. So, that will be given at the end of your chapter, and we'll discuss more issues in our next classes. Thank you.